Hello, and welcome back to my video. As you just saw, after I finished this, I titled it All Storms Will Pass. If you watched my previous video on how I set up the sky, I was talking all about how you adapt when you really want to change your mind, and when you encounter a situation where you're painting and you're just not happy with what you've done. This is what you do. I scraped off the landscape, which is what I wasn't happy with, and I decided that it was going to be a seascape. Now, in this painting, I already had this sweeping, interesting looking, dramatic sky. And just like in some of my other paintings, I didn't want to pull too much focus from the sky. So I decided to muddle up the horizon a little bit so that it wasn't pure white, and then have just a simple seascape with a few waves. Now, I find that sometimes people get very intricate with doing the ocean, with painting it, and I just think it's a little bit too much for what I want to do with my painting. So I try to focus on just making horizontal streaks, adding a little bit of diagonal in them, and then just waiting and seeing what it looks like to me. You know, how much of a wave is this? Is this more just foam on the top of the ocean? Is this something where it's light catching on the water? And as I start developing these, the ocean just starts to take shape. Here, you could look at this as, the very middle and the deepest parts of the ocean, or this could be right on the shore at the end of a long bank. Either way, I was just hoping that I could create something that added visual interest, while also honoring what I did with the sky in the previous session. When it comes to painting the ocean, a couple things to keep in mind. Typically, you want the water to be darker the farther away it is from you, especially if you're painting a beach or something close to shore, because as the light comes down from the sun, it will bounce up from the ocean bed and then will lighten up the surface. Now in this painting, since I have this large cloud coming over from the right hand side, and I wanted it to feel very much like a storm being brushed away, I do have a even more dark part of the ocean on the right hand side. I do this because I want there to be that feeling of the light hitting the cloud and then casting a shadow onto the ocean. And I try to reinforce this, as I do right now, with adding more light to the left-hand side of the ocean. I think this does a couple things. One, I think it sells a little bit more where the light is coming from, and then it also really intensifies, in my eyes, the size of the cloud that's coming over, as well as the distance of that cloud from me. I think on top of that, it does also sell this dark, cloudy shape on the top left corner as coming more over my head, as opposed to sinking into the background. Now, as I'm finishing up this painting, I do just want to thank everybody who's been watching these videos. Right now I'm just making them for fun. I enjoy sharing what I do and some of my perspective about how I do it. If you like what you've seen, please like the video, subscribe. It'll help a very small channel like me meet a couple new people, and hopefully have them see some of my paintings, and with any luck, maybe they'll learn something too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to step back and let you watch me finish this off. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next one.